So, who here likes pizza? Ugh. Where am I going? This way. One way or another, I'm going this way. Alright. Who here likes pickles? Okay, I know what you're thinking, but I swear it tastes a lot better than you'd think. This is a 6-cheese pizza, and I have some Clausens that I have arrayed on it. And it's good, I swear. If you happen to like pickles, I do have to stress that. You need to be a big fan of pickles. Like I am, see? You think I'm kidding. You just... cheese, pizza, pickle. Could somebody please close the poll out so I can see what the results are? Oh, wow. Alright, then. Yeah, this is an extra cheese, 6-cheese pizza. Now I gotta figure out where these chests are that contain bravery, and I should say this chest. Wow, psychotic. In Giotto, this is pizza with pickles! Yeah, I have no idea why it's stuttering all of a sudden. It's still showing fine on my end. And I haven't raised the quality or anything. I have had egg on pizza. I've also had artichoke heart on pizza. It's really good. Where do I get float? I was gonna say, remind me what the horse gives. And where I have to kill for that, because I don't remember off the top of my head. Okay, sorry, I had to wash my hands. I don't know about you guys. I cannot stand having food gunk on my mouse or keyboard or controller or anything like that. So pretty much anytime I'm eating, I'm either eating one-handed, like I was just doing. Another excellent reason why having one-handed gameplay in consoles is excellent, by the way. Or you know, I just don't play and then I immediately go and wash my hands. Some of my friends make fun of me because when I'm at a restaurant and whatnot, as soon as I finish eating, the first thing I do is hit the bathroom. Not to go to the bathroom, to wash my hands. Alright. I need to remember where the heck this vendor is, too. Because I can never remember his location. You know one of the things I like best about this place? The floors and walls and whatnot aren't flat. Just kind of further emphasizing just how massively this place was completely destroyed by the bomb going off. Oh, that's terrible, Samurai. I have known several people personally who are like that. Yes, Dakota. Sadly enough. Oh, God, Psychotic. That's terrible, and you're terrible. You deserve the worst, sir. God, she has no mana. I'm gonna have to turn off her buffs right now. She just cannot keep up with this. At least not until I start buying ethers. Which is why I need to find that vendor. Oh, right, down, not up. Yeah, I probably don't seem like it, but I'm quite a bit of a clean freak. I have a bit of a cluttered situation, but it is all clean. if you know the difference. So someone earlier mentioned that we should have a blue mage in FF12, and upon thinking about it, that would be awesome. There are a lot of really cool enemy spells that you could have as blue magic in this game, and it's a bit of a shame we didn't get that. The other thing, and I'm actually quite proud of this, my stuff, my room, my work area, is very cluttered, but I know where everything is, just like that. Whatever. I can't seem to snap my fingers properly, but you get the point. I know where everything is, immediately. And if someone's like, hey, where's your blah, 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 I can literally be like, well, it's here and here and here, just off the top of my head, because I keep very good mental track of all of my stuff. Something my mum ground into me. It's the concept of stewardship. In other words, taking care of what's yours. Animate a goblin punch. Anybody out there read 8-Bit Theater? Oh no, the dreaded goblin punch, which is actually a kick to the groin. I have so many fond memories of running through this place at full tilt, desperately trying to stay ahead of the mobs who are trying to kill me, in order to get the Zodiac Spear at like level 30, and then immediately run back out. Because there's no teleport spell, or a escape rope, or anything like that. Ooh, I just noticed these guys are dropping Maximilians. Do I have anyone who can actually equip those? Wait, that would be chest, wouldn't it? Yeah. I need to, like, get that a thing. Hang on. Can I equip Maximilians on any of these guys? Because that would be nice. Probably not. I might. Hang on, I'm going to look. He might be able to equip Maximilian. Seriously? Oh, he already has the thing. I was gonna say, how does he not have that? In fact, he already has a Maximilian on. Whatever. So yeah, as you can clearly see, those are legs, those are arms, and they like to stamp you to death. You can even see their heads up there. Okay, he's healing them. God, why does everything frickin' absorb holy damage? Frankly, Frook. Yeah, cable management is one of those weird things for me. Basically, I normally don't care, but when I care a lot. Too much experience at net standard of having to do proper cable management. In fact, there's something called cable porn. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking Cinemax or whatever, but no, that's not what I'm talking about at all. So yeah, if you go Google image search cable porn right now, you'll see what I mean. Trust me, it is safe for work. I mean this, I just did it. I just did a search right now, just to verify. At least the first page of images is exactly what I am talking about. This is a Chillrun, Benoth. It's a totally regular, ordinary stream. Why is she not... That's it? 70 mana out of charge? Holy crap. Yeah, we're out of... Okay, so... And I need to look up where this guy is really quick. Where is the vendor? There he is. Oh, crap! I missed him. Okay, I need to go back down to the vendor, because I really need those ethers right now. Yeah, no joking, no silly jokes or whatever here. Cable porn is a very, very legitimate thing and awesome. I hope someday when I actually finally have a real studio, instead of just, you know, recording out of my home, that will be how my cables are set up. And by I hope, I mean I'm going to make that happen because I have done that in the past. I have done cable management for much larger than what the setup I've got going. You don't know cable management until you have to string things from one room through the ceiling into another room. That's actually 2 rooms away. That's the fun stuff right there. Yeah, let's just do this. Run away, run away. Run away, run away, run away, run away. Alright, kill whatever found us. If you don't believe me, Benoth, image search it yourself and you'll see what I mean. God, so many Maximilians. At least I'll be good on money. Where is this guy? Hello, computer. Seriously, where's the vendor? Where's the vendor? Guys, where's the vendor? I am in the right spot. I'm almost positive. Yeah, I am in the right spot. Yeah, I'm sure people who don't do... Yeah, yeah. Thanatos, no. You're wrong, sir. Cloister of the Highborn. Where's the Cloister of the Highborn? Ah, jeez. So apparently he's been moved in the international version much further in. Like, way further in. Holy crap. This guy also sells less in the international version, which is interesting. At least, as long as he still sells ethers, I'm okay with this. Whatever, let's go this way. This is a bad situation. I'm gonna have mana issues here. Because of this. Or you'll be well done. But anyways, Thanatos, the term cable porn refers to very proper, very meticulous cable management in regards to setting up computers and servers and that kind of thing. I guess so, Takoida. Heck, I'm pretty sure anybody who's just set up their own computer knows about cable problems. My god. You should see the back of my computer right now. Because I've got the PS3, the Wii U, the external toaster, my actual computer, of course, monitor, microphone, all this stuff, you know, naturally hooked into it. And, I think that's it. I mean, I've also got, you know, the backup power supply, router, modem, and I think that's everything. I think that's everything I have hooked up right now. See, the irony is I don't actually have access to that many cheats, Zira. I'm kind of already cheating. I could do a level cheat. Yeah, exactly, Dakota. I could do a just push myself to level 99 cheat. Yeah, this way. But that's about my options here. Also, if someone could direct me to exactly where Bravery is, that would be awesome. If you can't, I understand. Yeah, see, what Permeus just linked is something I have also seen professionally in many different times of my life, sadly. I actually was given the job of setting that up. Like, imagine the picture that Permeus just linked, and your boss turns to you and says, "Make that work." Close to the Hybrid Far West room. Thank you, Big Shay. He doesn't sell ethers. He doesn't sell eth. I hate you, international version. I've decided that the international version is the worst version of anything ever. The good news is I just basically got infinite money because these things drop Maximilians, so bam, there's a few 100,000 gil. But seriously? This is it. This is what you sell. It's moats. And just go ahead and grab these while I'm here, but seriously? This is the worst Bagabni merchant ever. I'm sorry, Zero. I've had to do that too back in high school. Back when I actually worked in theater. Okay, well, that was a total frickin' waste. Let's go to the Far West room now, shall we? And go get Bravery. So at least this entire trip wasn't a complete waste of my time. And your time. Our time, I don't know. I may have bitten off more than I can chew here. Yep, this may be bad. Hey, Jolta. Yes, silence has just completely screwed me. Yep, we're in a bad way because of silence. Okay, hang on. We're gonna go ahead and give her a new thing. Just to get rid of silence. Echo. Yep, we're all dead. Okay. We're all dead. Actually, let's do this. Hey, Bragwin. Run. 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 Hit the zone line. Okay, we're good. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Just gonna recover here for a second. Okay. I'm just gonna... Okay, so we're officially recovered. Let's try this again. With less dying. Get that out of the way, because I don't have float. Bravery! And a ghost. Okay, we're gonna set her up with some specific things here. Wow, Bragwin. Go on. Bravery. Okay. Hey, the horse spawned. I don't know about you, Dios, but when I had my tooth removed, they took plenty of x-rays to figure out exactly what they were doing with it, so... Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking on that one. Grand armor. Can anyone equip that? No. Ah, whatever. Whatever, we came here and we got bravery, and let's be honest, that's all that really matters. So let's go kill Gilgamesh now that we have bravery. This is gonna be... why don't I have the exit spell? God dang it! So, there once was a man from Nantucket who jumped around on a bucket. For some reason, he killed all the Tuckets. I don't know. I got nothing. Hit all the traps. Hit all the traps. Just go. God. Oh, by the way, I've been invited to lunch in an hour and 20, so just a heads up on that. So we're gonna go try and kill Gilgamesh. And then, you know... I don't know what else to add to that. You know, Dakota, I've actually thought about doing that in a setting where magic is much more rare. See, the thing is, if you have a setting where magic is super common, having the quotes every time you cast something is just a little annoying, right? It'd be like if in real, like in D&D, in lore, how you have to say "briggity bloggity blue" every time you cast something. That just gets irritating, and kind of saps the impetus of it. If, however, it's a setting where magic is super rare, it'd be kind of cool. Like every single time, nice Mafia. Every single time you do it, it's like, you know, power of the ancient divines, burn away my enemies, fire on up. Permeus, why did you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you move the rocks, sir? Oh, I know, Takoida. I'm just saying, that's something I've thought about before. Because it would be kind of neat if, in a setting where magic is rare but powerful, you actually are like, oh, bam, you know. Okay, so now I gotta remember how to get back over there. Okay. I forget all the specific spell incantations. I once saw a fanfic of Chrono Trigger where they were similar. Like, okay, so you could cast any of the spells in Chrono Trigger normally, but if you did a specific incantation, which took time and effort and, you know, obviously was not the kind of thing you want to do in a heated battle, you could make the spell much stronger. And I actually kind of liked that idea, too, the idea that you can empower a spell at the cost of time and effort. So it's like, you know, rather than just having Luca go flare, she's like, power, you know, the fire of the sun itself, burn away the hatred of my enemies, flare, and then, you know, destruction. Hey, Radagain, am I going the right way? I am sort of going the right way, yes. It's time for Gilgamesh again. And this time, hopefully, we'll actually kill him. I just realized I should check something. It's actually very important. Okay, so their levels are multiple of 2, but his is not. So we need to not level at all. We're at a decent level range to not be screwed over by his blue magic. By the way, nice touch that Gilgamesh knows a bunch of blue magic in this. For those of you not aware, in FF5, Gilgamesh actually knows quite a bit of blue magic, which is kind of funny since most people think of him as more as a martial attacker, not a magical one. Yeah, kind of like that, Nicholas. You know, the longer you spend building it up, the more powerful it is. I feel like there's an actual setting other than Bleach that does that, too. Can't think of it off the top of my head, though. Alright. This is it. The moment you've all been waiting for. Gilgamesh's untimely demise. Whoop. I have the Rune Blade now? Passive-aggressive insult! Doesn't quite have the same punch to it. Is there an accessory in the international version that does that? That's what I want. How do I get the Sage's Ring? Hang on a second. I know everything about the stupid plot line, Jolta, in Bleach. I don't want to say too much more because I don't want to spoil much, but let's just say that I think the story should have ended where the anime did and the manga keep going, and I hate the new stuff. There you go. Okay, so... up here, maybe? Sage's Ring, Sage's Ring. Sage's... Tell me you can... You tell me my... Okay, I was gonna say... Tell me my white mage can equip the half mana thing. God. Since I no longer have access to the frickin' ether vendor, because he doesn't... There we go. Okay. And he's on the Genji gloves. Alright, let's get buffed. I need to set her up that. We need to do full buffs because we're fighting a difficult boss. And we're set to Aja. We've got Bravery going. He's actually gonna get rid of that. Oh, easily Eisen's, Rickard. Alright, let's do it! That would be sweet, Dakota. That would be super awesome. I would probably use that too. God, that parry rate on Enkidu is ridiculous. Hang on, can I? Nope. I can't even attack! I can't even attack this guy! Come on. And bravery doesn't really seem to be making much of a difference. Okay, that was bad, but not as bad as it could be. Come on. Come on. Cast! Stop sitting on the spell! I hate the spell delay. God dang it. That has been the death of me so many times in this game. We're dangerously close to being defeated here because of spell delay. So I'm just sitting on this cast, waiting to be able to cast. There we go! Please just kill Enkidu. Bosh, you're my only hope here. Ugh. Oh. God damn it, why isn't he dead? He's got a sliver of health! Kill him! You know, whenever you get around to actually taking your actions. Jeez, the crap. Oh, that's a good point. I actually have haste dog emotes, don't I? I probably should have used that before, but we'll try one now and see if it works. Right as we're slept. And Enkidu's dead, though. Level 4 break. That's not a big deal. Actually, I did, Psychotic. I got it right as I was leaving. Okay. We might actually have a chance of really legitimately doing this now. Just for fun. Where's Steel? Oh, no, I already have that set up. I'm stupid. Successfully stole a high potion. Well, that's pointless. And no, Salty. The Bleach anime has since completed. The manga should have stopped. And that's all I'm going to say on that.
That was merely a test of your strength, mortals. A prelude, if you will. The real contest begins now. I.e., your weapons are as good as mine.
No. Okay, so now we gotta switch off of Worm Arrow. And switch you. Hey, Javin. You, well, you can see on the screen what you missed, or are missing. I don't know. Yes, that's Joe DiMaggio. And yes, he's awesome. Ah, oh, God. High potion? Really? Alright. Yeah, see, I'm actually having a chance to rebuff. That's how, that's how nice it is now that Enkidu's down. So like I said, I think I have a chance now. Just need to be a little careful about it. No! Still a little nervous about making this work. Yeah, so this is gonna hurt. I just got bubble off on myself, so... Okay, we're fine, we're fine. No, not... Oh, okay, we're no longer fine. Let me do something. Ugh, another high potion. I have the worst steel luck in the universe. No, that's not the FF210 sword. That's actually based on Zidon's dagger, I believe. Either that or that's Zenketsu... Ah, I can't pronounce it all of a sudden. I forget which one it is, but it's one of them. The Genji equipment, Nicolas. Sunsetsuken, I believe. That's how that's pronounced. So now he's gonna start hurting. Okay. Just Chain trying to steal there. No, that's Brotherhood. That's the sword he's got up his upper arm right there. You can see it right there. See? There we go. Genji helm. We're gonna equip that right now. I think I should be okay. Fingers crossed. Yep, okay. He just died, that's all. What do you mean, psychotic? Although it's apparently wonky because you don't actually get the Mazmune from this guy in the international version. You get the Mazmune Eye.
You face the blade of legend.
Excalibur! I figures the moment I go ahead and take him off steel is when he goes into his final phase. Oh, frickin' palings! I hate the palings. Ow. We actually have Protect up Psychotic, if you're noticing. Anyways, Permeus, I imagine a lot of swords in WoW would appeal to him. Ashbringer, Frostborn. Okay. We need to change your priorities, my dear. Look, I'm gonna call it Mesmune just like I always have, so screw you. Oh my god, he's just one-shotting me now. Just in general. Oh god, I don't have a chance to buff. Let's make sure this stuff. Yeah. Well, someone's about to die. Oh, it's okay. It only hit me for 14,000. Oh my god. Where's my? Yeah, there. No, they're Massa immune. Duh. Heal! Heal! And it's not that hard of a concept. There we go. Okay, so we've got the Genji armor, which we're gonna put on right now. Ow! I haven't seen her in a while, Brigwin. Yeah, the delay in FF12, I really hope when they port this to PC or PS4 or whatever, that they fix the delay. Oh my god. Right now I'm just picking away at him, inch by inch. I'm not quite at the point where I'm cycling Phoenix Downs. Oh god, no. Okay, this is gonna hurt. I'm ready for it. I'm ready. On the chin. On the chin. Okay, we're okay. We're okay. Oh, we're not okay. We're not okay. No, it's actually a flaw, basically, Thanatos. In the game design. Oh my god, he's just literally one-shotting me. At least I'm still getting some damage in now and again. Okay, this has officially become bad. Oh, thank god, he did something other than attack me. I can recover for a second. Okay, level 2 sleep was a bad pick here. Come on. Damn it. Almost got that to work, probably. No! Alright, who are you gonna kill? Kill Ash, because that would actually work out for me right now. How the hell do you beat this guy leaving Enkidu alive? Oh, how he didn't actually kill her with that. And this needs to be fixed, like, now. Okay. You do it. Where's my needles? This is still not a guaranteed victory, but I think I have a good chance at this point. Just need to keep picking away at him and not actually... Yeah, true enough, Nicholas. And not actually... Okay, so he did level the disable, which is great. So we've got that now. Gotta be all dramatic about it. But he left the sword behind. Hey look, it's a Sword of Legend. Whoops. It appears to be an ordinary Sword of Legend. Well, okay. Yeah, that's actually worse than the one I have. Oh well. Yeah, if you think about it, in lore, Gilgamesh is actually quite strong. That's not a joke. That's not me just gushing on the character. He is quite strong in lore. Okay, so let's get rid of all of these. There we go. Oh well. Good fight. Good fight, Gilgamesh. Hmm? Oh well. Sorry. Yeah. He wanted to make sure he took... He left the sword behind, guys. He had to make sure he's like... Got it! Okay. We're good, we're good. I've talked against that design philosophy many, many times, Dakota. I do not agree with that concept. The only... I agree, Psychotic. The only way that I agree with super awesome gear being behind super hard bosses is if there's a New Game Plus feature. That's the only way I can forgive that kind of mentality. It's the same animation, Dakota.
I'm sorry.
Oh, for God's sakes. Things that irritate me. When okay, so when your character dies, they have to do the whole falling over animation. And then they actually die, and then the whole game freezes and then, like, choose a new party member. Anybody out there get really irritated when the Phoenix down's already off, and you're literally at the point where just as soon as you get down, you're gonna get back up. But the game still thinks you're actually down, so you have to switch to another character in order to switch immediately back. Anyone else ever have that irritation in this game? Gilgamesh would be awesome in 15, but then again, Gilgamesh would be awesome in most things. Including Kingdom Hearts! Excuse me, excuse me. Okay, so Dakota just gave me a brilliant idea. So in FF15, Gilgamesh shows up, and of course it's a modern setting, so he's actually wielding a tank because he doesn't understand technology or anything like that. See, that right there is what should happen. You know, I got down, I get back up, we're done. But anyways, but yeah, so Gilgamesh doesn't understand like modern technology and whatnot. So he's just like, he has found a tank, and he's gripping it by the barrel, and he's just like, I was told this is the greatest weapon in the military. Wham, wham, wham. Yeah, behold the Soviet Hammer of Legend! I would love that. It's the perfect way you do a silly character like that in that kind of a setting. IMO. Where am I going? This way. I'm telling you, we need the lightsaber and then Keyblade scene in Kingdom Hearts, and we need him wielding a tank in FF15. And then I will finally release the project I've been working on all these years in secret. Final Fantasy, Gilgamesh. I went the wrong way, whatever. Now, in case you think I'm kidding, I've legitimately thought about this. I think it would be... oh, for God's sakes. It would be a really awesome thing to have a Final Fantasy game that is from Gilgamesh's perspective. And is actually him going through bits and pieces of the other Final Fantasy games. And start off with his backstory, which I've actually discussed during the FF5 lore run. And then lead up to FF5, of course, the first game, from his perspective. And then have him bounce around from that point on. The final boss is Bart's. No, I don't know. Well, as Plague Knight has showed us, you can have the main character lose and still progress the game. Alright, so now, speaking of terribleness, let's go watch the story of this game die. God, I wish I was kidding about that. You know, I like Gilgamesh being in FF8. I do. One thing I don't like is how, for some reason, Cypher could beat Odin in FF8. That has always bothered me. Cypher is not that skilled or talented or strong or anything. He's an idiot. Who's a dumb person. Naturally, after Bart and I dueled, I had to assure him that there's no shame in losing to an incredible warrior of my caliber. But after encouraging him to go defeat the mighty XII, that's hurting my throat. I have to stop. I'm sorry. Yes, he is. Sorry. So yeah, call me in the minority. Don't like this section of the game. Gulmore, and then the Feywood, and then Kira Vagan, and then a cool cutscene, and then the Pharos Lighthouse. And then the Pharos Lighthouse, and then the Pharos Lighthouse, and then a cool cutscene, and then the last dungeon, which is literally 3 rooms. not my favorite part of the game. I think so, Psychotic. So is Ultros. Welcome to the Feywood. No cutscene. Let's make a game of this, guys. Let's count how many significant, I'm going to add that qualifier, significant cutscenes occur between now and the end of the game. Anybody want to guess how many there are? I've already said my off-the-cuff remark that there are 3, but that's exaggerative and off the top of my head, so it's entirely possible that there are more than 3 cutscenes between now and the end of the game. I'm pretty sure you got completely screwed over, yes, Psychotic. So I see several people saying 4. And of course, no mini-map for sections of this, which is just irritating to me, personally. Especially given how samey the environments are. I don't mind not having a mini-map if your environments aren't samey. If you can visually distinguish where you're going, I'm fine with it. As you can see, I just got turned around. There we go. That should do it. Wrong. God dang it. Well, yeah, we get to see that the mist is just absolutely everywhere here, which is completely screwing over the environment, as it would. The only real difference here is that this was not a place artificially made because of a bomb going off. This is a place, for lack of a better term, naturally made because of the proximity to Girovegan, which is quite literally bleeding mist into the surrounding area. Yeah, Franz should not be okay here. She should also not have been okay at the Necro Hall, but whatever. There we go, maybe. Maybe. Yes! Oh yeah, we got a small boss fight coming up. I don't even remember this boss. I know it exists. That's true, this could literally be less severe than the Necro Hall. A dense mist prevents you from advancing. If only we had a stone on us that absorbed mist. Gosh. Darn. I guess we're just gonna have to go home and beat Vayne conventionally. Wait, guys, can we beat Vayne conventionally? Follow me. I am manipulating you. This does not count as a cutscene of significance, by the way, so we're still at 0. And now... Leaf Boss. Gross Leaf Boss. Oh my god, it's the thing that ate Vivi, you bastard! Actually, they do Chaos Bringer. That's actually what ends up winning the day in the end. They stop trying to be clever and out-maneuver him and out-politic him, and they just go and kill him. And that's what ends up winning the day. In fairness, and I've said this before, the party won the moment they took out the Sun Crest at the top of the Pharos. As of that moment, the party had officially won. Whether Vayne took over or not, the world's safety and prosperity was ensured, in my opinion. Because at that point, the Ocuria were completely cut off from the rest of the world. So, that's the definitive point, I think, at which we saved the world. The rest of it is just cleaning up after a power-hungry madman. Well, I shouldn't call him that. A power-hungry, brilliant man who doesn't realize that he's already won. By the way, I will say this for Vayne. I was expecting when I first played this for Vayne to eventually reach the point where he was willing to kill Larsa, his own brother, where he was willing to cross that line. But he never does. Like, the whole game, he never actually hits that point where he's willing to murder Larsa, even if it suits his own goals. Also, I'd just like to say that Vayne's beefed-up forms look really ugly. The Ocuria have to use the Christ and its tools in order to interact with normal people, up above, so to speak. They can't just reach out and do stuff. They have to use pawns. They have to use tools. There's a name for that type of thing, and I can't think of it off the top of my head. It's basically the idea that rather than being a Sephiroth who can walk around and destroy and move and kill and all that kind of thing, they're more like a manipulator. They can empower other people significantly, but they can't actually do anything themselves. Does that make any sense? So that's why cutting them off from their tools to manipulate the world is why the Ocuria are basically cut off. They could just sit down there and fume for however long they want to, but screw them. Also, I kind of agree. Vayne does retain his dignity even in the end. Right up until the Bahamut form thing goes a little crazy. Like, I talked about this during the lore run. I was actually totally with the Bahamut thing, and then it just went completely into cuckoo crazy, oh my god, that's creepy and horrifying land. And did not like that at all. But whatever, where's the nearest thinger? There it is. Yeah, I guess proxies kind of is the best word for what I'm thinking of here. Just think if there'd been tons of story for this section of the game, because this whole area is pretty well designed, actually. Gira Vegan's pretty well designed, too. And then there's the crystal. I get the point of interface screw, really, I do. But the crystal is just irritating, you know? Let's see, where should I go? To the forest? Or nowhere? Yes, but anyways. I believe it's psychotic. I really do. Hey look, it's a behemoth. Or the equivalent in this game. And behemoths don't drop anything worthwhile. For shame. Ooh, that's a nice idea, Takoida. People having to literally overcome the illusions and delusions that this place makes happen. And having to struggle with... struggle with whatever their personal demons are. And having it as a wonderful way to showcase characterization. And I say characterization specifically because we've already had character growth. But, I mean, like, characterization is prior to... is not development of character. Characterization is depth of character, regardless of change. So having more characterization, showing their backstory, showing their history, showing how they used to be, that kind of a thing, throughout this whole area would be awesome. But instead we get... By the way, we're still at 0 cutscenes, I just feel like pointing out. That's not going to change anytime soon. Vaughn's internal demons. I make a joke here, but I got nothing. Interesting, OJ. Yeah, it's a good point. Guildenstern's final form is very similar to the final Bane fight. Just making sure, yep, going the right way. And now to fight, if I remember correctly. Wait, what? Okay. Okay, so give me the Gigas! Right! So, this is funny. This has caught me before. I actually have to learn Belias on someone to be able to do this. Oh, that's why. Not that I'm aware of. Okay, no. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I actually genuinely spaced this, Psychotic, because it's just... This is the only time it ever comes up in the entire game. Oh god, the Behemoth King hunt. I remember that one being pretty bad. Summon. Summon. I'm very ugly. Summon. Fight for me, Lucavi. Thanatos, a fairly large amount of Square Enix's stuff at the time was ruined by the Final Fantasy movie. It was such a financial disaster for them. Oh god. I was gonna say, Psychotic, you probably just have to aim straight for this license and get this. Yeah, that's a little messed. So, time for a cutscene, I think. I don't know if this is a cutscene of significance. We'll judge that after it's passed. Girvagan. King Wraithwall's capital. Wait.
On the farthest shores of the River of Time, shrouded deep in the roiling mist.
What is it, Fran?
The mist runs thick here.
Yeah, no kidding.
A Leviathan?
Do not worry. I will behave myself. The mist here is cold. I sense something like the shadow here.
Fenar. It appears Cid has yet to arrive. We'll lie in wait for him here.
So we're not going inside?
Not unless you want to end up twisted.
As an aside, I like the fact that Balthier actually does the logical thing there. And, you know, the sense-making thing there. Yeah, I saw that too, Psychotic. And then it's immediately, you know, flung out the window because the Okuria are still manipulating Ash.
Like the old man. Something there.
Ash. Ash. By the way, I've said it before and I said it again, the Final Fantasy series, any given game, would work as a television show quite well. I've discussed that many times with FF4 and FF6. I stand by my statement.
She can see him. Let's follow her.
So, what do you guys think? Does that count as a cutscene of significance, yes or no? Significant to plot, significant to character, significant to something. Do you think it counts for our cutscene counter, yes or no? Just bind her legs together. Look, here, Ash, look, just stop, okay? I don't want to be too derogatory, because I get really derogatory about this section of the game. So I'm willing to accept that, yes, that is in fact a cutscene of significance, even though if you asked me my gut reaction, my answer would be no. Nothing happened that was relevant. Balthier's, at least, as I say, like, Balthier was at least talking about something mildly interesting, but Ash continuing to be obsessed and continuing to follow the Ocuria is nothing new. And the fact that Vaughn can't see him anymore... Yes, by the way, okay. At least that's what I believe, personally. Vaughn not being able to see him, we've already covered that. They talk about the mist being cooled, and that's basically it. There's nothing added in that scene, so my gut reaction would be no, that's not a cutscene of significance. But I'm willing to allow the point in the interest of being fair. And now, Dataluma! You know, let's vote it up. Poll open. Does it count? Yes or no? Very simple. I will go ahead and put my vote in as well because I get a vote too. Vote 2. There we go. Oh, excuse me. This is Daedalus. Oh my god. Yeah, after Gilgamesh, every fight in the rest of this game is not really going to be significant. Except for Final Vein, just because of the paling crap. Oh my god, it was the Lingering Sentiment! Guys, I just beat the Lingering Sentiment. I could have beat the Lingering Sentiment. But I didn't. Man, it feels like we just beat a boss. No, they don't, Takoda. And I agree. I would love to hear what the difference is between hot mist and cold mist. There's a little bit of implication there. Mist that is tempered versus mist that is wild. In other words, the difference between fire when we are controlling it, like in having a blowtorch or whatever, and fire, like a house burning down. But that's all we get. Shadow, do you think the previous cutscene was relevant? Was significant? Yes or no? Decide quickly. So, the actual design of this place sucks. This is one of the most annoying dungeons to go through. But I love the visual design of this place. The pseudo-cities you can see on the walls in this massive chasm, this circular, cylindrical chasm. I love it. I hate going up and down the stairs and dealing with the switches and all that, but at least the area is cool, you know? Looks cool, I guess. Yeah, something like that, Dakota. At least that's, again, my assumption. Because they never actually explain it. That's also possible, Zidane. It's also possible the only difference is mist that has recently been expunged violently, and mist that has not. That's just sitting there. The point of this area. Screw sense-making! We're the Ocuria! We are the gods of all life! We are the greatest things in the known universe. All shall bow before how incredibly awesome we are, for none can contain our awesomeness. We are the Ocuria. End communication. Am I the only one who, in addition to hating the Ocuria, is not actually all that impressed with the Ocuria? In fact, I have a direct parallel to the Ocuria, which I'll tell you in a second. Grats, Brigman. That is a big... That's awesome. So, parallel to the Ocuria. Anyone ever seen Stargate? The show. The Ocuria remind me of the Goa'uld. Yes, they are a powerful people. Yes, they have advanced technology. But the Goa'uld think way too highly of themselves compared to what they actually are. They are the quintessential, in my opinion, definition of false gods. There's another thing related to that, and I don't remember what the exact term is, but basically it's the idea that you've been uncontested for so long that the idea of being contested doesn't even occur to you anymore. Like the idea that the Ocuria have actually convinced themselves that they are gods. You know, I could see that, Psychotic. I could agree with you on that. Oh, did I already hit the... Yep, okay. Also, I feel like the song for this place is just a little bit off. The gentleman who does the music for FF12 does some really good atmospheric stuff, and this is good atmospheric music, but not for this place. This feels like some kind of tomb or Place of the Dead or something like that, when I feel the music for this place should actually be more likened unto someplace mystical or someplace fantastical or someplace beyond human ken. Get across the how this place should feel in my mind. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just me. But that's how I feel like the music should have been going for tone. Make this place feel like almost angelic. I hate to use that word, but you know what I mean? Like this wonderful, glorious, we're ascending into the heavens kind of a thing. Which would also be doubly funny because we're actually descending the entire time through this dungeon, and then they actually bring us up and we see where the Ocuria are, and it's actually up, way up in the sky. So, yeah. Oh, that would work too, Dakota. I like that idea. So, apparently I'm being invited to lunch, like, now-ish. I thought I would get another 20 minutes or so here. So, we're going to be cutting... can somebody do me a favor and cut off the poll? Let's see what the will of the people is. You know, Kay, you're right. I totally get that. There's not a... Oh, okay, there we go. So there you go. That does not count as a significant cutscene. I agree. I was willing to acquiesce, but if you guys agree with me, then we're in agreement. So we are still at 0 cutscenes since Balfaheim. I want to stress that. We had a cutscene in Balfaheim, a good cutscene, a significant cutscene, and we have gone through the Gulmore Jungle. Ignoring the side optional stuff, we've gone through the Gulmore Jungle, the Feywood, the garbage area, and now we're in Girovegan, and still 0 significant cutscenes. One thing I do like is these platforms, by the way. This is kind of nice. So, that's a nice touch. And as we get further down, so the scenery in the middle actually changes a bit. You can actually see the edges of the Great Crystal right now. And of course, chunks of it floating around, and the massive amount of mist that is being generated by it. As we get further down, you'll get to see more and more of it. Now, my lunch thing has arrived, so I will be back as soon as I'm done. And then I will stab all the people, and we'll see how many cutscenes we have before the end of the game. Remember, we are still at 0. So, see you in a bit, guys.